afternoon, people. This is Big Red Truck coming to you live again. In the front seat of the Freight Shaker Cascadia Evolution. I don't understand. I thought the Evolutions were the ones with the pointy little beady headlights. What? Put in the comments below, because this is an Evolution, but it doesn't have the pointy head, the beady looking new modern headlights. That's what, because I'm looking at a Freightliner Cascadia right here. Beside me, it's a Covenant transport truck, and it's got the beady looking headlights on it. I don't understand it. But anyhow, what we're going to talk about today? What are we going to talk about today? Alright, let's talk about this so far. I've been asked several times by people. Actually, let me explain myself. I've had one person in particular, and I guarantee you know who you are. He's been going back to my videos and everything, and he's noticing, like, on my first video with Trans Am, I said I liked the place. It was a great place, and you ought to give Trans Am a shout. Sorry, I was looking at something. So the guy did comment on this. I applaud you. I appreciate it. Every video, I like how you comment in it. Yeah, every single video I've done for a while, you've at least put one comment in these videos. And I appreciate that, bro. Thank you for the comments. And I applaud everybody who does comment, Thank y'all. You keep my conversations, keep my content going, So I applaud every single one of y'all. But he asked me, he said, well, you talk really highly about this Air Capital place, but you said the same stuff when you started with Trans Am. And that is true. And he got me thinking on it. I was like, yeah, damn it. I did say I like Trans Am a lot. But let me explain myself here. Trans Am gave me a shot. And at first, everything I did... Now, let me explain this. At first, they didn't lie to me very much with Trans Am, as from what I can tell. They, it's not till later on down the road that I realized they were lying to me all the time. And I'm not a big person to be lied to. I'm honest with everybody, I try to be. And when they go and lie to me, I lose my dedication toward the company. I lose all respect for that company, as it may be. But let me say this. When I first started with Trans Am, I didn't know about the lies. Overall, the orientation and stuff was great. I mean, I didn't really like that they did away with the training program right as I joined, but I mean, overall, I thought Trans Am was a great company. Until I got deeper into it. I started realizing some of the bullshit the second day with Trans Am. Like, the second day in a truck. The day I'm on right now with this company. I started realizing some of the bullshit. They jerked a 1,400 mile load out from underneath me and gave me a 250 mile load. And this is what really kind of got me. My buddy Cajun. So y'all may have heard me talk about him before. My buddy Cajun got 3,600 miles that first week. 3,600 miles. He did great, man. He was talking great about Trans Am. 3,600 miles. Did awesome. But in order to get that, he had to run over on his clock a couple times. He had to do some things. He had to pull some strings to make that happen. And I got 14. No. Let's see here. Shit. I want to say I got like 2,900, something like that. I can't remember. Don't get me lying. But yeah. When he got that many miles, I was like, oh, okay, cool, But then the next week came, and he went negative. Then the week after that, he went more in the negative. Then the week after that, the sign-on bonus hit. It put him back into positive, but it killed his whole sign-on bonus. It took the whole sign-on bonus away from him. Now, while he was doing this, ping-ponging around, barely making it, I was barely getting by. I never went in the negative at first, but I was barely getting by. And I was abiding by their fuel solution. I was always on-time delivery. I did everything I possibly could to make as much money as possible. And I was clearing 100, 200, 250. There was then it dropped down to like 70. And then it started going downhill from then. I hit about $300, and it just, doing this right here, it just started going downhill. Instead of me making money, I was losing money. And I started to realize Trans Am thought they had us. They got that $2,500 sign-on bonus. And they thought that because we had that $2,500 sign-on bonus, that we would at least stick with them long enough to get the bonus. They thought they could measle us around, force us to do whatever we wanted to do, tie us down because they had that sign-on bonus. And I'm not a person to be screwed around. It took me a little longer. Cajun left 2 months before I did. 2 months ago. Month and a half, 2 months ago. He left back in. He finally got sick and tired of it. It got to the point where he was having to borrow money from the bank and stuff just to pay his bills. So he had to sit there and he had to get out of it. And I applaud him, and now he's starting his career with SRT, Southern Refrigerated Transport. That's who he's working for now. He actually just started today. Today is the 23rd of November. He got on the bus, I think, about 2 hours ago to head to Texarkana from Mississippi. While I've been out here doing this. So I wish him the best of luck, with SRT. Hopefully they do him a lot better than Trans Am did. But Trans Am thinks they got you by that sign-on bonus. That $2,500 is hanging above your head up here, and all they're using for company drivers, great. That's an extra. I think it was like $675 or whatever they gave you every month, once a month. That's an extra $675 on your paycheck. But with a lease purchase driver, that money's up here. All right. That money's way up here. There's a distance between us and that money, all right? Now, the problem is they know that $675 is about to be put in your bank account. And ain't no mega carrier want to give up no money. They love their cash. They love having money. They love making money. And the lease purchase program is just a way to screw over the drivers and make it a tax write-off. If you think about it. What do you think I ain't doing the Never Never plan? But anyhow, you got your sign-on bonus up here. They know that. You know that. You know you're getting that sign-on bonus. But here's the thing. They're going to try to route you in ways. It's all down to a science anymore. They got it down in their heads how to do this and make the most amount of money off of you. All right? So they know you got that sign-on bonus. What they're going to try to do is they're going to try to route you places that have more expensive fuel, have bigger inclines and hills. Why do you think I ran the Eastern Seaboard so much? A lot of like the Pennsylvania Turnpike and stuff like that. They try to route you in places like that to use more fuel, to do damage to the truck, to, do excessive, and you don't think about it till you've experienced it. And that's the crazy part. It took me a while to realize this, but I got it down to a science now. They would take you through mountain terrains and stuff like that to make you use just a little extra fuel, so your expenses go up, and then you get put back in the negative. It puts you in that negative spot. Then they swipe that $675 out from underneath you to pay your expenses. Then you go back positive. Then it's good for a week or so. But then you're like, man, I really want to go home and see my family. Well, they got you by that too. Every day you're home, it takes a week to get that money back. All right, it's crazy, right? Yeah. So you go home for a day, or two, or three, however long you go home. In their minds, they're thinking, all right, the longer this guy wants to be home, the longer we can keep him home, the harder this man's going to have to work to get back in the positive. And we know this. So what we're going to do is we're going to give him long runs and some short runs. Or we'll give him short runs and a long run to build up some miles. Think he's making money. And then we'll hit him with a mountain, or we'll hit him with a turnpike, or we'll hit him with something like that. Or we'll hit him with a load that only would take the guy a day to get there. And then you give him 4 days he can't be early. It's not a drop and hook. It'll be a live unload, and it's 4 days ahead of time for a day run. That's how they get you. They got this in their minds. They know this. They know how to perfectly screw over the drivers. And I'm sorry it took me so long to realize this and tell you guys, but when you start thinking about how they ran you, they gonna get theirs either way. All they care about is that they get theirs. They don't care if you come home and you're having to eat ramen and Vienna sausages at home and your family's starving to death. They don't care. They're a mega carrier. You're a number to them. They don't give a shit about you. The only way they even know you is by the number on your truck. They've never met you. They've never shook hands with you. You've probably never even met the owners. And that's the story of lease purchase. And it just took me forever to realize it. Cajun realized it before I did. But they have no intentions on you owning that truck. And when I finally realized it, I had to get out of there. I had to. So I started making phone calls, putting ads out on Facebook, putting ads out on Indeed, Glassdoor. I started putting ads out everywhere, asking, I have this much experience verified, this much unverified. I've drove this. I have this endorsement. I can be home, whenever, stuff like that. I'm not afraid to run wherever. I don't want to run here, though. And I started getting phone calls. And these guys, Air Capital, called me up and said, Mr. Sharp, I was like, yeah. They're like, would you like to come work for us? So, well, I've got several other people that's interested in me. They're like, well, let us know how that is and everything. We don't want to rush you or nothing like that. And as soon as they said that, I was like, these guys are different than the rest of them I've talked to. Now, I talked to several carriers. I talked to Swift. I talked to Snyder. I talked to CR England. I talked to CRST. I talked to Westside Transport. I talked to ACT, whatever the hell you want to call it. I talked to TMC Trucking. I talked to Prime. I talked to a lot of people. And just the way this company talked to me made me feel like a human, When I talked to Trans Am in the recruiting stage, they were like, okay, we've seen you have this, and this. Okay. All right, Mr. Sharp, when would you like to do orientation? Since I was in need of a job, I said, as soon as possible. So I took the hellacious ride of a Greyhound bus I've ever taken in my life and hated it. All the way from Paducah, Kentucky down to Rockwall, Texas. That was the worst freaking drive of my life. But anyhow, these guys are running like tandems together. It's pretty cool. The BTC Express, these two have been running back. I've been seeing them up and down the road. These two trucks have been running together for a minute. It's crazy. But anyhow, they rushed me into it. They rushed everything through. They rushed all my paperwork. Come on. Sign that. Hurry up, sign it. You got 10 minutes to sign it. Come on, sign it. And they're like, lease purchase. You'll make $2,000-3,000 a month or a week. You'll get 2,500 to 3,000 miles, 3,500 to 4,000. You know, they throw all this. No. The trucks are governed at 64 mile an hour. So let's do a little math here. Just because we got a little long video, but you know, I want to be truthful and honest to y'all. All right, I'm not a person to lie. I'm not a person to hold back. I'm nothing like that. All right. Damn it. There we go. All right. 64 mile an hour truck times 11 equals 64 times, let's just do 10. That's 640, all right? Multiply that by 7. That's 4,480 if you run 640 miles a day. All right? Everybody knows you once in a blue moon ever get a perfect running day. We all know that. All right? So let's just do this. Let's subtract 1280, 1,280. Now that is 2 days. All right, 640, 1280. Am I right there? I think so. That's 3,200 miles. All right. All right. Now you ran into traffic. Let's just say you went through Chicago, because Chicago's horrible. Let's just take 50 off of that. 1,150. Alright. See what's happening here? I don't know how the hell they think that you can make 4,000 miles, but I want the crack they're smoking. But anyhow, you see where I'm coming from on the Never Never plan. The reason why they call it the Never Never plan, because they never intend on you owning that truck. Y'all know that. But anyhow, they fill you with all these hopes and dreams of, oh, 0 money down, no credit check. Well, there's a reason behind that. You don't own the truck at the end. You still got to finance the money out. They say no credit check up front. But if you do submit the 5-year lease program, if you do complete the 5 years, they don't tell you this, but at the end of that 5 years, you got to finance $50,000. And what's bad is you can buy a truck off the line just like you want, every option you want, just a little older. Say like a 2016 model, all right? Still good enough years to run. 2011. Let's just do that. A 2011 model truck. All right. It's a little older, but you can get all options you want. Everything you want. $25,000, $30,000. And you're going to take and buy a fleet truck, the bare bones basic, nothing but just bare rubber floors, double bunk, bare bones, bottom line, cheapest truck on the market. You're going to pay $50,000 for that when you can buy a fully loaded one for $30,000, but it's a little older. See where I'm going on this? It took me a while to realize it, but once I finally realized it, I woke up and I realized what the hell I was doing wrong. But anyhow, I've held y'all up for 20 minutes now. Y'all be sure to like, comment, subscribe like always. Big Red Truck's always listening, just like that viewer that comments on all of my videos and everything. Now you know the reason why I got out of Trans Am and the leasing program. Now you know why I talked high about it at first, but as soon as I got to know it, I knew it was done. Company driving, you're getting paid all the time. There ain't no expenses. So, I think it's better me just going company. I like this company, by the way. At Trans Am, I never met the owners and stuff. There's a little bit of respect to that when you get to meet the owners. But anyhow, y'all keep her sunny side up out there, you hear? Keep her between the ditches. This is Big Red. Now we'll see you on the flip-flop.